Hello guys, welcome back. This is the newbie guide, the step by step here on the daily grind. I'm Sethonan and this is DC Legends. If you recall, yesterday I was about to finish my legendary missions and I cashed them in this morning. I finished the normal storyline missions that were needed, and now I have over 1 million essence. This is just my second day playing this game, and now um, our goal is going to be finishing the third chapter of story mode. So I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna bring my main team to level 10 just to do the dailies and everything that is needed. I'm gonna start working on Satana gear. Don't get too attached to Satana. You're going, hopefully, you will be dropping her very soon. So I'm just gonna upgrade her healing for a bit, and I'm gonna bring her to rank 2, and then derp shot. Just remember, only use colored XP agent when leveling up. Gray agent should only be used in an emergency, like when you really need a character at high level. Or if you have the cash to spare. Now, as you can see, these low level characters are inexpensive to maintain, and I'm gonna upgrade the hammer and the shield and the basic. Yes, so this is my main team. Sorry for the cut there. There was someone at the door. And I'm going to use... Well, I'm gonna have to work on Batman Cape Crusader, but later. So now we have our level 10 team, and again, just play until you can no longer advance in the storyline. With some luck, I'm going to level up real quick right now. So I'm gonna be losing some energy, but this is unavoidable. Don't mind that too much. Just remember, like the day before, even if you meet your daily missions, you are not going to cash the rewards until after you have finished everything, and if you run out of energy. Now, we don't care too much about 3-starring the stages right now, only the last node of every chapter. That's our main concern. And unlocking chapter 3 for heroics, because we need the Princess of Themyscira node and the extra Hal Jordan nodes over there, and the second Bane node. And there are also Cheetah Huntress and some other characters. You can now that they have switched the PvP rewards again, you can pretty much ignore any Batman Cape Crusader heroic node, Cyborg, and Bane to some extent. but I have to unlock Bane real quick, so I'm gonna go for those nodes. And I want to get my Jordan to legendary as soon as possible. This was always the case. You should always aim to get Hal Jordan to legendary 1 as fast as possible. It used to be because of the assist, but now that they gave him the can't miss hammer again, that also purges 10 buffs. 10 buffs in a single move is gigantic, and it's a can't miss, stunning, purging move all in one go. That's super powerful. So now his first upgrade should always be the hammer. And that's why you want him legendary 1 as fast as you can. It's going to take around 1 month of heavy farming his nodes, and you're probably going to need to reset the tries a couple of times every day. That's affordable. That's only 50 gold lets you reset one of the nodes 2 times. So later today, in this very same video, I'm going to do that. You're still going to run a profit every day, because at this low level, before level 50, you can pretty much finish both legendary missions, 30 heroics and 50 normal missions. So there's no trouble at all. Alright. Some guys selling vegetables door to door. Oh, it's a species of banana called banana macho. It's usually deep fried or steam boiled. It's sweet and well, if you fry that before it matures, you get some kind of like chips, but it's banana chips, and they taste awesome. But that's, seriously, it's like these guys know that I'm going to be recording, and they just, I mean, whenever I want, this is a recurring salesman. Whenever I'm in the mood for for that particular banana, they're never around, and they specialize. There's one guy that sells oranges exclusively, and there's another guy that only sells pineapples or melons. Melons and watermelons, all in the same truck, and they come selling door to door. Hey, would you like to buy some oranges? We sell them by the bushel. But it's like they know that I'm recording and I have no way to filter the noise. And they go around blaring their advertising. Yeah, just like my wife. And yeah, now back to the game and not my daily life. I could just to speed force some previous chapters and start doing heroic notes right away. But here's the thing: I need, or well, you need when you are starting out. You can pretty much leave off chapter 3 and chapter 1, and I'm going to be teaching you how to do the 30 heroics every day without buying energy. using gold. You can do that every day. It's way, way easier when you are lower level. But even if you are level 60, you can pretty much just stay, just play heroics in chapter 1, chapter 3, and you will finish your 30 heroics. And you can do that for free every day. So you're going to be rolling in money. And you're going to need be rolling in money, because when you want to transit into higher level stuff, like when you are finally ready to bring your characters to level 60 and gear 10, which you can do in a month, but I wouldn't advise that. You're going to need tons of money. You're going to need when you have your whole roster, doesn't matter how many characters there are, when you have your whole roster at level 40 and gear 8, full gear 8, and you have 30 millions saved in the bank, that's the time when you can switch over to level 60 for your core team. But that's in the future right now. So let's just worry about finishing our 30 heroics after I finish chapter 3 normal mode. I'm just waiting for the level up. So let's keep playing. Now, I'm telling you not to get too attached to Satana, because there are better healers in the game, passive healers. Satana is an active healer, is one of the very few characters in the game that can team heal in one go. But when you start playing Red Alerts, you are going to unlock and rank up Star Sapphire. Star Sapphire lets you passively heal your whole team, and she has a new mechanic that is calling overheal, that when your character is full of life and you perform a heal over them, the excess HP is stored into the life bar. And that's pretty powerful, and it's one of the best mechanics that this game has, that I have not seen in many other games, that you can actually heal more than what your character can actually store. And shields, and you kind of need that, because shields are also kind of an overheal, in the sense that the more HP your character has, you can get more shields. It's a function of how much HP your character have. Whenever you read that a character grants 10%, 15%, 20% shield, that percentage is based off the character that receives the shield HP bar. So if you have a character, for example, with 10,000 HP, and he's granted 10% shields, that's 1,000 HP shield that he's going to get. And the same for overheal. All heals are based off the total HP that your character can have. A 10% heal means that it's a function of the HP your character has, affected by the intelligence of the character that is healing, and the intelligence and magic resistance of the character that receives the heal. But the calculation is made on the HP bar. So you cannot, that's why it's very difficult to power level characters in this game, because you cannot bring a level 1 character to missions and have him survive, because even if you have a 50% heal or a 100% heal, if he has a 1000 HP points health bar and he's healed for 50%, it's 50% of his health bar. So it's always going to be half his HP bar. Doesn't matter if the other character healing um, has level 80 and maxed out the healing ability. And same for shields. So overheal and shields in the end can allow you to triple your HP bar, because you get your normal HP bar, you're going to get the same amount of points in shields with a full shield, and you can double through overheal, and you want that for red alerts. I think I have already finished. No, that's the level up. So now I have all my energy again. So let's see how many nodes until I finish. Oh wow, it's 5. Well, let's go do that. And through Alliance Shop, you can also buy Enchantress now that she is there. Because the only other good healer in the game is Black Lightning, but he was a monthly tune and he's not available anymore unless he gets a heroic challenge or a sale in the store. So if you're going to base your team around healing, it's better if you use Enchantress or Star Sapphire, because there's Mera too, but Mera is also a paywall character, so you are not going to have access to her in the short term. It's way easier to unlock and level up Enchantress and Star Sapphire. And Star Sapphire, aside from being rewarded through red alerts, has a node in Heroic Chapter 6, I believe. So yeah, don't sink too many resources on Satana. I know there are guys that swear by her, like, oh, I couldn't have finished this mission without Satana and stuff like that. But usually, if you are really basing all your strategy on a single team heal that has a pretty long cooldown, then you are more likely than not under geared for that mission. And as you can see, Satana is super squishy, even though at gear 11 she becomes a tank. But she can still be one-shotted by many reds. She's super slow, is among the 5 slowest characters in the game. Has no turn meter control, has no way to take attacks out of turn. She doesn't get cooldown reductions or anything like that. So yeah, she's pretty limited. She hits very hard, but you are never going to run into trouble fighting a Satana, unless pretty much you sleep on a banana and hit your head on the floor, and then zombies come after you and you have to leave your phone lying around, and that's how you're going to lose a fight against Satana. And then meteors fall from the sky and take off the satellite communications, so you lose signal to the server, stuff like that. I mean, yeah, she's a very good starter tune, but come on, it's been 2 years and months, over 2 years and a half already since this game launched, and Satana hasn't been reworked. She hasn't had adjustments. They just give you tons and tons of shards, but I would rather bring 3 characters to Legendary 3 than waste resources on Satana. And don't get me wrong, on my main account I have her like on gear 6 or 7 before I stopped working on her. And she is Legendary 3 now, I believe, because they have been giving away Satana shards by the bushels. She's had PvP weeks, heroic challenges. When the raids were teased, they gave away like 300 Satana shards in different packages. I think she was a common reward on PvP packs, or maybe I'm imagining that. But the point is, I haven't tried. I have never farmed Satana until the Alliance missions came out, and I only ever play the heroic node on chapter 1 that awards Satana shards, and that's how I have mine, a Legendary 3. So if you actually farmed Satana for the past 2.5 years, probably you have enough shards to rebirth for her, because she's been widely available, readily available. She's very cheap to farm, shards for her. But still, I wouldn't advise working on Satana. I've heard this said, defending Satana. She can one-shot greens. Yes, if she has gear advantage, if it's not a green tank, and if the other guy doesn't have shields or something protecting him. Like, oh, with the bunny, she can one-shot Power Girl. Yes, if she doesn't have a death immunity, and if what you're trying to imply is that the bunny removes 5 buff, always tell you what, Hard Jordan Hammer removes 10 buffs and also stuns. Wonder Girl Cassie can one-shot even some reds if the conditions are right. So there's really no argument for using Satana. This game has never been big on heals. Like, it's useful to have, but 90% of the time you're better off killing the other guy instead of having to heal. And when you go for a healing composition, some composition that can keep your characters overhealed, that's mostly for red alert, not for PvP. When you use a composition like that on PvP, it's because you want the people attacking you getting bored trying to kill you. And anyways, it's very very easy to one-shot characters in this game at high level. So it's pretty pointless to bring Satana to a fight when she cannot overheal and she can only use that power actively. Like she has to waste a turn healing. While, for example, Enchantress has a small chance of attacking and then proccing a heal. Or Star Sapphire can passively uh, pass mends around, so the next time that character takes a turn, it's going to heal, and nobody has to waste any turns doing that. Of course, the best over healer will be Black Lightning because uh, he has a power where he strips buffs from the enemy, and then for every buff that he removes, he overheals a percentage of the HP bar. And it's a pretty powerful heal. So, okay, I'm running into trouble because now my team is dying. I'm going to win, but I hadn't really noticed that a lot of my team was gone. Why doesn't he use the hammer? Alright, hammer. Hammer time. I'm gonna go on manual. Because if not, he's going to keep wasting turns. Trying to shield up. There you go. Yeah, Jordan doesn't do a lot of damage. Alright, so now that I'm having trouble with this, alright, it's only 2 more nodes. So let me level up to 20. Running out of agent. Well, first of all, let's bring Flash to gear 2. Yeah, I could go to to gear 5 even, but I'm missing components. But I'm gonna farm those on Saturday. I just have to keep gearing my characters and leveling them up. Okay, now Deadshot. Gets to rank up, and Satana like this. This should be enough to tackle the last 2 missions. Oh. Finally. Well, as you can see, this is not very difficult, and like I told you before, you shouldn't really worry about 3-starring stuff right now. First, you have to build a power base, and we are going to have to reach on Saturday when every material event is open to do that. I'm in a hurry to get Bane because tomorrow is Thursday, and the physical showcase is going to be available. And since right now I only have Batman, Green Arrow, and Deadshot, and there's still 1 day away before the physical event, I need Bane to round up my lineup for the physical showcase. Another rule to keep in mind is that even if you are not going to invest very heavily in the monthly toon, if you don't have a whole lot of characters from the eligible list, you should at least work on the monthly toon because he's automatically eligible for his own event. So on Friday, I want to have some materials lying around to use Jay Garrick in his own event. And since it's going to be a while before I get Harley Quinn, Quiet Bexing, or Matt Jester, or Huntress, or other guys like that to any usable level, I'd rather invest in Garrick. Same, whatever month, whatever character. If you started last month and you got your Marvel Junior to Legendary 1 or to rank 4 or rank 3, whatever, sink some resources into him. He gets a bonus for this event if you're not going to use him in the future because you couldn't get him to Legendary. Then just get him to maybe Gear 5, Gear 6, level 40, so you can actually use him for the event and then start working on Jay, because Jay is going to be usable on June for whatever character is going to be available next month. And that way you start expanding your roster. So this is the last node, and if I remember correctly, there's Wonder Woman Princess as the boss in this node. I think it is her. Well, whatever. So after this, I'm not going to bore you with Heroics Chapter 3 because I'm going to do that tomorrow off screen. But I wanted to have the Heroic unlocked to show you the progression. And we are going to park the game here. The characters are going to be level 40 just as soon as I get my account to level 40, because that's the limit. Right now they can go only to 27, 28, I don't remember. I'm not keeping track really of what level the account is. But after I'm done today, I can assure you it's going to be above 30. Because right now it's been what, like 10 normal missions already that I have run. No, it's 12 because that's 12 nodes on chapter 3. So, come on. Not him. Damn it. Okay. Well, I wanted to be 3 stars on the first try to farm green rings. We are about done here. Doesn't matter. Come on. Yes. Yay! More Superman shards. That doesn't give experience, so it is safe to cash your rewards. But the shards you are given, they count towards your legendary mission every day. Give me 1 second. And I'm back. Because, like I told you, it's like people smell that I'm going to be recording. And they come asking stuff, whatever. So I have finished chapter 3 of the storyline, and now Heroic 3 is open. And I'm going to be hitting this tomorrow real hard. So right now I'm gonna go farm with the Speed Force my Green Lantern shards. And sorry. And I'm running into trouble because I'm running out of experience, so I'm gonna go cash in my daily missions that don't involve energy. Come on. So start PvP, start red alert. 5 battles in heroic. Oh, 74%. Well, buying energy at this point is pointless. So what I'm going to do is to just run arena fights. And yeah, this team my alliance score is very limited because I only have a very reduced amount of characters, but that is going to change in the future. Also, don't worry too much about red alerts during the first week. It's better if you wait until you have a stable lineup with some overhealing if possible, but if it's not possible, shields will do in the meantime. So work on your Jordan. As you can see, PvP is very easy at this point, especially now that I have upgraded my character. So when I clear this board, I'm going to get another round of bots, but those bots will be upgrading themselves to match my team. And they take into account what rank you are, what gear level, and what player level you are. So don't rush to rank up. Even if you unlock your monthly tool, just try to keep him similar to your current characters. Because if you lopside your player base, your roster, if you lopside that by giving a single character a legendary 2 while the rest of your characters are rank 2 or rank 3, you're going to have trouble later because both red alerts and PvP, even if it's against bots, it's going to be very, very difficult for you. God, I hate. I'm gonna try to isolate the window better. I don't know if you can listen to everything, but I suspect you do. But, God, there have been days that I'm literally sitting here in the living room and wishing that the fucker that sells corn in a cup passes by because I'm in the mood to have corn in a cup or burgers, or even there's one guy that sells sandwiches. They never come around. I have to go get into a car, go to the restaurant and ask for something to go. But the second I decide to make videos for my channel, God, it's like, oh, that guy is recording. Let's go mess that up. Motherfuckers. By the way, this channel might feature some strong language from time to time. As a disclaimer, if you bring your kids to learn to play this, well, you have been warned. Very late, but you have been warned. Ugh. And I don't know why there is people. Why there are people that actually like to play at this level on PvP. It takes forever. I'm against. It's bad design if you can one-shot the opposition without buffing on the first round. That's bad design. There should be more ways to keep that from happening. But I don't know how some people can stand playing like this. Not against bots. I have no problem with those bots. In the end, the teams that are chosen, quote unquote, from the player base are still handled by the artificial intelligence and the computer. But God, this takes forever to finish. Doesn't matter. Gear 2, if you are level 60, you're still going to do more or less the same amount of damage. And it's even worse because the opponents have way more HP and you're still hitting for 300 or 500 and criticals of 900 HP of damage. Yeah, it's stupid that at gear 11 you can sometimes perform a critical on round 1 for 80,000 because the highest that the HP bars go it's 40k. So it's still overkill no matter how you slice that. But this is so boring. So boring. Takes forever. Oh Lord. Oh, and I was forgetting. Today is Wednesday, and the live event that is available on Wednesdays is the Lord of the Unliving. That event is closed for any newbie. and it's closed for a long, long time because let's go check that before this video reaches 1 hour. Let's go check that because I have to give you a tip right here, right now. Here on the upgrade events, Lord of the Unliving. Um, this event is for one special resource called Legendary Essence, and it's this purple thing, and that is required to rank up your character beyond rank 5 to legendary 1 and above. You need increasing amounts of purple essence or legendary essence. In the forums we usually reduce that to I need purples or I'm gonna farm purple, and everybody knows what you are talking about, because green is the money, it's the green essence, it's this that's green, this one is purple, and gold it's actually gold gems, but we call it gold, there's no confusion. But this event requires that you have at least one rank 5 character. So for newbies, this is completely locked off, and there was a time when this was a kick in the nuts because it meant every Wednesday you wouldn't be able to finish your daily missions. But now there is a workaround. If there is a challenge going on, you can play either one challenge battle or one Lord of the Unliving battle in order to finish this mission. Shazam! Start one battle in an upgrade event. That's what it used to read. Like 6 or 7 months down the line, they added the or a challenge event. And that was when many of us were finally able to finish the daily missions every day. And we are lucky because this is the last day that this event is going to be available. I'm going to lose, but that doesn't matter because the mission reads that you have to play or start. It asks you to start 2 PvP battles. It asks you to start a red alert mission. And that means that you have to go in, spend the energy or the resource, and then you can promptly and fast and quickly lose. I'm just very curious to see if these two guys can actually finish the first node, because the result is the same. Even if I lose, I still get credit for starting one mission, and if I win this, well, that's going to be one Firestorm shard for my newbie, my latest newbie account. So I think that will be the case. So if you are starting out and nobody ever told you that you could do this, well, one shard of Firestorm. Firestorm is a kick-ass character. It's just that he hasn't been available in numbers, like let's say Red Robin. You very, very rarely see Firestorm sales. That's why you don't see him on PvP. And now I have extra energy, so let's hope that's enough to level up. It's going to be too much, in fact. Well, so let's hope that I can spend at least 20 energy before leveling up. Well, there's that, so let's go for Bane shards. Because I need Bane. Ooh, 5. Alright. He's also here on chapter 3. There he is. The little something. Okay, 30 energy. Well, let's farm Satana. What's the worst that can happen? I can rank her again, I guess. So there's this. Start one red alert battle. Notice it says start. Doesn't say win. It's the same principle. I think I can finish red alerts now. Yesterday, I was able to reach mission 5 before I started losing people. So let's see if I can autoplay this. But here's the problem with ranking up. Now that my highest rank character is Deadshot, most of the toons I'm going to be facing on red alerts are going to be rank 3. And this is also a reason why I'm going to stay rank 3 even with Jay Garrick for a long time, around a whole month in fact, because I want red alerts to be as easy as possible, because I'm going to be fighting this month for 71 shards of Swamp Thing. I need Swamp Thing to start building my real red alerts team. And it's like 50 shards of Star Sapphire. So I need to get those two. Everything else is a bonus. And because I'm not going to be playing this account after this month. I'm just going to be showing you what can be achieved in 1 month. Because the last time I did these videos, I stopped midway. Like, there was some people that told me, oh well, you only got to your sword to Legendary 1 and you started a week before the actual event. So this time I started on the same day of the reset, where the rewards changed for the login, but you could have still gotten the same result if you started playing like me. And this is applicable to every month. That's why I wanted to repeat this. And also, since they have reworked Doomsday Bane and Black Adam, the material events node 4 now behaves differently, because all of the events have gotten tougher. But the same principles can be applied, and that's why I'm repeating this newbie guide step by step. So now I'm going to see if this is enough to level up once more. Yeah, I have no energy. 53%. And that wasn't enough. But at least I can finish some of the legendary missions. Alright, yes. Yes. Oh, 93%. Level 27. So this is going to take around 2 hours to get enough energy to level to 28, and then I'm going to use the energy from that level up to keep farming heroics until I finish 30. I'm not going to show you that because it's death time and it's very, very boring. And you can infer this. For example, you can keep track of the gold this account has currently at 4,250, and I'm going to add to that 170 more from these legendary missions, the 30 and the 50. I'm going to do that. You won't be able to finish every legendary mission during the first week, but you just have to just so you have a benchmark for comparison. I'm gonna switch to one of my other accounts that is also a newbie account. And I'm back. I'm logged into the other newbie account to show you. Just a strategy tip, because I'm not going to be showing that on video this time because it takes too long. It's speed forcing 6 more heroic nodes from chapter 2 and chapter 1. And finishing the remaining normal missions so I can cash at least 600,000 essence and 170 gold additional for my other account. So there's that. You don't need to see that. It's going to happen. Sorry. I have never ever farmed legendary essence in this account. Never ever. Like today, I only farm one of the nodes. As you can see, I already played once. I'm not going to touch that again in this account today. And you're going to tell me why you have to have legendary essence. Well, remember how I told you that if I added up all the time I have been playing this account, it will add up to more or less 2.5 months. But that's not really true because that's a couple of days here, a couple of days there. Well, if you notice top right corner of the screen, that's the amount of legendary essence I have gathered just from finishing all the legendary missions in one day. We are going to reach that point in between levels 30 and 50 of the new newbie account. Once I reach level 30 later today, and between level 30 and level 50, then I'm going to have a good enough team to do red alerts every day. And by finishing red alerts every day, I'm also going to be able to finish doing PvP more often. And after the first week, gathering the 53 shards every day, upgrading 11 pieces of gear every day, and stuff like that, it's going to add up real quickly. You can actually farm around 2,000 legendary essence every day without touching Lord of the Unliving. So if you were to spend gold to finish the 50 missions every day, because it's usually the only mission you are not going to finish, because there's not enough free energy in the day to do 30 heroics and also do 20 extra normal missions to perform 50 missions in one day. That's going to be the only mission you are not going to be able to complete. And also over time you're going to run out of characters to upgrade gear on, so you won't be able to even do that anymore. But that's over time, over a period of time. So there's that. That's why you shouldn't worry too much about the Lord of the Unliving when you are starting out. And in a couple of weeks, there's going to be the Jay Garrick event running through next Wednesday. So that's going to be that. And then after that, the next week is going to be the Kandak Challenge. And then it's going back to the Crimson Comet. And then it's for this one, the Assault. So even if you don't rank any character to 5, you are still able to do your daily mission. It's guaranteed that you can do that mission even if you don't have a rank 5 character. So don't rush. If you're starting out, you have been playing for 1 month or 2 months, and you still haven't gotten a legendary because you didn't know how to get the gear, to get the characters up to speed to do the monthly challenge. It's all right. That's what this video series is about. And also for the guys that got this game recommended to them by a friend, or from the Google store or the iOS store, or you read a review or saw a video and wanted to play, but didn't know there were guides in the Reddit forums, because you don't know Reddit, or you don't know there was a Reddit forum for the game, that it's not actually endorsed by the company, by the developers. It's a fan-based forum and community. Same for the Discord. Well, there's this video to teach you how to play more efficiently when you are starting out, so you won't run into trouble later. So that's going to be the video for today, because I've already spent all the energy on that account, and you don't really have to see that. Just remember, when you finish your 30 heroics and your 50 normal missions, stop playing. Especially if you are about to level up. Even if you run out of energy, you are better off waiting until the reset for the next day, so you don't level up too fast. You are going to be level 40 in a week, and it's going to be around 2 weeks before you are able to actually gear up to 5 and beyond. And you're going to park your tunes at gear 8 until you decide that you want to see the real game. This is just newbie strategy to get you up to speed, to have your account like this with millions of essence stored and your characters capable of finishing the events and getting you legendary tunes. That's the end goal for this month. This series is going to be running for the whole month, so it's not going to have an actual video lasting 1 hour every day. After the Jay Garrick event launch, then it's just going to be updates giving you pointers on how to play. But that's the short-term goal. We started playing on a Monday, so next Monday we should be level 40 or close to level 40. And then 2 weeks later, that account is going to be level 50. And just within a month and a half, you're going to have an account like this, level 55, with a couple of legendary characters, because we are going to do Siege with the newbie account, and I'm going to show you that you can actually walk away with a legendary 1 character. without spending gold even. And we're going to be doing PvP, and we are going to be ranking after this week, not this week, but after this week, we're going to be ranking that account consistently on the 90 shards range, 90 shards and above every week, every week. So if you follow this advice as a new character, as a new player, this is not for guys with accounts already level 60 that spend money. Remember, these videos are for people who are just starting out, 1 month, maybe 2 months or less, and still haven't been able to score a legendary character because they're following terrible advice from other people without full disclosure of why the strategy is designed that way. So I'm telling you right now, if you haven't seen the other videos on the playlist, there is a new playlist on this channel that reads like that: a step-by-step guide for newbies. These characters are parked at level 40 and gear 8. So my red alert missions are super easy to do because I want some characters from red alerts, namely Deadshot, Hired Gun. I want him legendary 1 at least, with his leader ability upgraded, so he grants this one. He grants a critical strike guaranteed on the first move of your team for everybody. And a bit that not many people knows is that if you start the fight and for some reason Deadshot gets killed before he takes a turn, the leader's skill doesn't go away. Everybody stays at a plus 16% critical chance and a guaranteed critical move for their first turn. So you want this guy legendary 1 at least. You also want Star Sapphire legendary 1 and maybe Huntress legendary 1, Swamp Thing legendary 1, and either Captain Cold, Green Arrow, Emerald, or Killer Frost, also at legendary 1 before you move into gear 9. Because PvP at gear 9 is going to become way more difficult for you and you want legendary characters, so you start designing teams for PvP. After you get those characters on red alerts, then you can decide to move on. And some people stay low. I'm going to show you right here. This is my PvP on this account. You start seeing guys with 10,000 power. These are bots. Those that say H. Jordan, D. Prince, H. Quincell, A. Holland, K. Reiner, Saunders, Tal, S. whatever. Those are bots. But this guy, Johnny Mac, I'm sorry if I'm burning you, Mac, but let's check what you have. Look at this guy, level 44, gear 2 and gear 3. And it's downloading assets. Giganta, level 44, gear 2. Green Arrow, oh, he's legendary 1, but he only has gear 4 and some pieces of gear 3. And Blue Beetle, guy, dude, why are you using Blue Beetle? Even if... Dude, do yourself a favor, lose this guy. I mean, if it was a legendary Blue Beetle, I could understand. Maybe it's one of your few legendaries. But just for the 2 points, because this was for a PvP mission. I'm certain that it's for a PvP mission. Blue Beetle is worthless. He gets like 2 good fights in 100 tries. Loose Blue Beetle guy. I mean, Captain Marvel, yeah, I can understand that. Giganta, she's fun to use. I know that. Green Arrow, a staple of the Free Tunes. He's been thrown under the bus for reasons, but is still one of the greatest leaders that this game has to offer. Strength and agility down, turn meter down on criticals, and he has an AoE for strength down. He's a debuffer, gets death immunity, can go invisible, attacks twice with his basic. Dude's a machine. He's a killing machine. But why do you pair him with Blue Beetle, for Christ's sake? I don't understand. I'm going to kill you right now. And I'm even going to be bringing... Yeah, it's PvP day with crappy tunes today. So, you know what? Lex Luthor is 1 point. And Blue Beetle is 2 points. Oh god, I hate myself from doing this. I'm gonna dunk on him so hard. And you know why? Not because I have two legendaries. It's because even Lex here is gear 6. He's going to dunk on everybody. I'm even gonna auto this. I don't care if I don't 3-star because I'm dragging along that disgrace that is Jaime Reyes. Ese. God, I hate that guy. He even speaks like that in the comics, or at least in the comics that I looked. He's a pocho. He says ese. Just for you to know, that's a very specific slang from one neighborhood in Mexico City and some places in Estado de Mexico, Mexico State. And it's originally it's used more like a "hey you" kind of thing. Like you use that to speak to a person you don't know, but because you're kind of an asshat, you do that in a very personal way that you wouldn't even use with familiars, because oddly enough, you don't talk to family like that, even if you use the word. I mean, you're not going to say to your brother, "Hey, ese." No, that's for some guy you don't know, or you know superficially. Maybe it's a workmate, and you just want to catch their attention. It's like, "Hey, ese, buenos días." Just that. It never implies a threat, and if you overuse it, you're gonna get punched in the face. And this is a blue team, so I'm gonna go with Green Arrow. Okay. But yeah, they gave it to Jaime Reyes. Because the character creator or the writer for those early third Blue Beetle comics assumed that all Mexicans talk that way. That would be like if we imply that all gringos speak like Baptist Southerners or rednecks. Or that would be like if a character was from the United States in another show and they spoke with a surfer accent without specifying if the character is from California or not. Okay, let's all play this. Are you aware that I hate Jaime Reyes? Because I don't think I have been clear enough. And I also hate his kit for this game. He's terrible. Terrible. I just read in the forums somebody asking if we thought that now with the Hal Jordan rework and the rise of Shield meta, Jaime Reyes, Blue Beetle, would be a threat again. Blue Beetle was never a threat, and there was never a Shield meta. If there was, it lasted for maybe 2 whole days before everybody noticed that it doesn't matter if you give 2 shield bars to a character. If they get 20 strength downs and 50% meter down every time, and they never take a turn, it doesn't matter the amount of shields you get. So yeah, we are done for today. I thank you all for your time. I sincerely hope that this is helpful for all you newbies out there, because every time I restart one account, I get better and better results. If you're asking, or if you ask for the order, quote unquote, on Hal Jordan, now that I'm going to get him to legendary this week, hopefully. Oh, I have to work on his gear. He has to go full gear 7 and 1 piece of 8. And I want to speed on him. That's defense and HP and stamina. Yeah, because I want him a little bit tankier. So you get the speed ones first. First upgrade for Green Lantern now is Hammer Time, and your second upgrade is either the Power Gauntlet or the Self Shield, because it gives a cooldown of -1 on the hammer every time you use it. And since it also applies to the Self Shield, to the Strength of Will, it usually has a cooldown of 2. So when you upgrade it and you use it, now the cooldown is 1. So you go hammer, shield, basic, shield, and then you can use the hammer again, instead of having to go hammer, then shield, then gauntlet, basic, then you have to use the shield again because now you have no shields, and then you can use the hammer again. It speeds up the skill rotation a lot. And if you don't choose the basic as your next upgrade, which is a call assist, you could go with the basic because it gives you back 10% of shields for Jordan. I have that on my main. I went 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm really not enjoying the fact that that passive stops working whenever you have shield. It's just as if you don't have any passive. Nothing is going on with Jordan if you have shields on. It helps you if for some reason you get stripped of shields. Then on the next enemy turn you're going to get 10% shield, but chances are that Jordan is going to get focused and you're going to get stripped of shields again. So it's kind of pointless in a way. But yeah, that will be your order. You can leave the leader skill for last and nothing is going to happen. So 3, 2, 1, 4. That will be your building order if you want one that works for Hal Jordan. And if you're only going to have a legendary point, go with Hammer Time. Go with the hammer. That's can't miss and a porch at the same time. So the call assist is good, but a can't miss hammer that strips and stuns at the same time is way better. So there's that. So remember to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment. This was the newbie step-by-step guide from the daily grind. So let's meet tomorrow. See you again the next time. And in the meantime, keep grinding on.